The true court of appeals, headed by the most righteous judge, has heard the atheist's case and declared you are without any genuine excuse. Atheists comment on EBF's Bible Exalted program. It's hard to believe that humans still believe in the supernatural. It's not the Middle Ages. Religion is essentially several groups. Religions claiming that they speak for their deity, creator of the universe, and use an ancient book to control people and make money. This has worked to control the sheep, disciples for many centuries. Meanwhile, there is no evidence that the characters in the Bible had supernatural abilities and created the entire universe. There is no evidence that the realm of the supernatural exists or that anyone has ever been given the authority to speak for or represent an alleged creator of the entire universe. There is no evidence that an alleged creator of the universe supports any religion or needs money, help, or worship from humans. EBF reply, there is abundant evidence for the existence of God. The evidence is literally everything around you that you have ever experienced with your senses. Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard, but that evidence has been suppressed by you, as God points out. Romans 1:18. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness. 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath showed it unto them. 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. The invisible things, spiritual things, are invisible things, such as God, who declares himself to be a spirit. John 4:24 are clearly seen, so that you are without excuse. But you do make excuse and claim there's no evidence. So the Creator condescendingly make himself known through a book called the Bible. The Bible has numerous internal witnesses to its authenticity, all of which are likewise rejected by men who claim there's no evidence. Your claim, of course, is widely accepted by other biased men like yourself. That is, sinners who have a desperate need that God not exist and the Bible be not his word, because if he does exist and the Bible is his word, they are in terrible trouble with him. Unfortunately, the true court of appeals, held by the most righteous judge himself, the God of the Bible, has heard your case and declared you are without any actual, genuine excuse. It is a contrived thing you put forth. Denial of the most obvious explanation for an existence that presents beautifully designed creatures with yourself, man, being the chief of them, is a master designer possessing almighty powers. Sorrowfully, your problem with the existence of spiritual things is easily understood. God explains that when man sinned, his soul, spirit, died. And since both Adam and Eve sinned, both were smitten with dead souls. And as it is impossible to bring clean things out of the unclean, all of their descendants have also been conceived in sin and born sinners themselves, dead in spirit. Again, God declares himself to be a spirit, John 4:24. Man is dead in spirit, Ezekiel 18:4. Man then says there is no God or no spirit existence at all, a rather expected conclusion for one himself dead in spirit to arrive at. The fact is, though, that just as sounds exist but the deaf cannot hear it, and visual sight exists but the blind cannot see it, so too does the spiritual realm exist, but the spiritually dead cannot properly discern it. Only after what is called being born again may one be reconnected to the spiritual life force that is called God. Being born again really refers to a resurrection of the soul, a restoration of the once living soul with Adam, made dead by sin, but restored to life through God's salvation program for his elect individuals. Psalm 23:3. He restoreth my soul, a soul restored through salvation lives once again, and sees God with the spiritual sight of faith. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And faith is the evidence of things not seen. And things not seen, invisible, are spiritual things, such as God, who is a spirit, and the kingdom of God, and the truth of the Bible, which is God's spiritual word. This is where we leave it. One not saved is dead through sin in spirit. You cannot perceive the evidence of the Bible, for it is only perceived by faith. And all men have not faith, 2 Thessalonians 3:2, unless God give Christ faith to them, Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God,